Now and welcome to this video. So in this video I'm going to be assembling mug 3. Okay, now I have to make one more extra part in this video, which I don't think I made already, which is the paper insert that goes inside the mug, and also it's the stainless steel inside of the mug that has to be made next. So I'm going into SolidWorks and I'm going to a new part, and then we're going to open up a sketch on the front plane. So right click front plane, go to sketch. We're going to draw a horizontal line. I'm going to draw an angle up like this. And also just make sure that you're in MMGS down here, folks. Make sure you check that it says MMGS. If it doesn't, change it and then go back into the sketch. So I'm going to smart dimension that this line here at the bottom is 31 millimeters. That the angle between here and here is 95 degrees. And that the length of this line here, so make sure you're getting the length, is a total of 146. I'm then going to go to offset entities. I'm going to click this line and I'm going to offset that a total of 2. And then I click the green tick. Go to line again. Just going to go here to the top. Going to join this with a line from here to here. And the same at the bottom. I then go features, revolved boss base. And it'll already do it for me. If it doesn't, you just need to zoom in and click this little line here, the little vertical line here. And once you do, once it says that line in there, it'll revolve and you click the green tick. Now, so the outside of this has writing on it, okay? It has different text on it on the outside. And I'm just going to put one of the text on the outside of this. So I'm just going to go to the front plane. So I click front plane. Then I go to reference geometry. I click plane. And then I'm just going to bring that plane out a certain distance on outside. Making sure I'm outside of it. I click the green tick. Going to right click here. Going to click sketch. Going to hit the space bar. Going to click normal 2. Now the text is different on every one of those mugs that you purchase has its own personal piece of text onto it. So it doesn't matter what you write here really. Okay, so if you want to keep it the same as me, I'm going to go to sketch. I'm going to go to spline. And I'm going to just click here once. Come up here somewhere into the middle roughly. Click again. Then come back down here again. Click again. No measurements on this spline, this parabolic shape. I'm going to push escape on my keyboard a couple of times. Then I'm going to click the spline. And I'm going to say it's for construction here on the left hand side. And I click the green tick. Then I'm going to go to text. I'm going to click that line so it'll appear in here in this box. Then I'm going to type in the word coffee. I'm going to click centerize, which is this button here. I'm then going to untick use document font. I'm going to go to font. I'm going to change the height up to 7. And I'm going to change the text then to Comic Sans. Click OK. Then I click the green tick. So now the word coffee is wrote on that curve. I'm then going to go to features, extruded cut, change it from blind to offset from surface. This is the surface. Change it from 10 to 0.01. Click reverse, click translate. And that'll allow the text now to be cut onto the mug. And of course, you can type in more text as you want, whatever it is that you want. If you want to copy exactly what the mug says, you can put onto it. I don't mind. So that's that done. Once that's done, I'm going to go File, Save As. I'm going to call this Part 6. Travel Mug 3. Insert. And I click Save. Okay, so now I have all 5 parts. So just to show you on the video, I have all parts opened in the background. I'm just minimizing them here out of the way. So I have 4 down here, and then there's one also my desktop, which is the slider, which I'll bring in a moment. We're now going to start the assembly. So before you start the assembly, have all the parts open and just minimize down here across the bottom. And then go File, New, Assembly, OK. Now, so once it's updated and everything's ready to go, you'll see that there's this tab over here with a yellow box. I want to bring in the main body first. So I'm just going to click Part 3, Travel Mug 3, Main Body. I'm going to bring that in and I'm going to drop it there anywhere I like. So it'll be stuck to your mouse. Just drop it down anywhere you want. I then go to Insert Components. And now I'm going to bring in the part that I just made, which is the insert. And again, I'm going to drop that anywhere I like. This goes inside this. So I click the paper clip, I click Mate, which is in the Assembly tab. Spin around. I want this surface here to be attached to that surface there. That's that much done. So it looks like as if it's in place, but unfortunately it's not. It'll still move out, so I'm just catching it and dragging it out. And then I want to say that this circle here is concentric with this circle here. And that will put it that it is bang in the middle. Then click the green tick. Click it again. Now later on in the video, I'll show you how to make this clear plastic that you can see in. But for the moment, I'm going to leave it solid. It's just easier for the assembly. I'm now going to go to Insert Components, and I'm going to bring in the lid. And I'm going to drop that here anywhere I like. I'm then going to go to Insert Components again, and I'm going to bring in the seal. And again, I'm going to drop that anywhere I like. Now, it's very important at this point to explain that you'll need to go watch a video, and it's called Assembly of Travel Mug 1. And in that video, I show how to update the size of this seal to the correct size. Okay? You must watch that now before you can go any further with this particular video. Because if you don't, and you try to update it now, like what I'm going to do here in the video, what's going to happen is it's going to totally change shape. So you need to watch just about 4 or 5 minutes of the first video I put up. So that's Assembly of Travel Mug 1. Just scroll through the video. You'll find where I bring in this part and I show how to open this part separately and how to adjust it. Okay. Now, so this rubber seal is too big for this lid. So I need to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to check out what size I need to make it. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to go to Edit Part. Now, once I click this button, SolidWorks is going to ask me to save it. So I'm going to say OK to that. I'm going to click Save. And I'm going to call it Assembly 1. Assembly 1, Travel Mug 3. Okay, so call it that, please. And then click Save. Click Save no matter what message comes up, just click Save. And then click OK. And now where the blue writing appears, I click the little arrow beside the blue writing. And now what I'm able to do is find out exactly what size this is, which is in the first revolve. So I click the little arrow beside revolve. I go to Sketch. I click Edit. Click OK again. I just want to see what size this is. So it's going to hit the space bar. Click Normal 2. Now at the moment I can see it's 35 and then it comes back in 1. So that means I need to make my O-ring, the seal, to be 34. So I'm going to click this button here above the red X. Now I'm going to click it here, the yellow and blue button. Then I'm going to right click this seal. I'm going to go to Edit Part. Click OK. And again, I can't stress enough that you have to have watched the video on Assembly of Mug 1 before you can do this step. Click little arrow in here beside the blue writing. Click little arrow beside Revolve 1. Right click the word Sketch there. Click the very first button, Edit Sketch. Click OK. At the moment, it's set to 44. So I'm just going to double click 44. And I'm going to change it to 34. Then I click this button up here, the exit button. Now the rubber seal is the right size. I just click this button up here again. And I'm going to put this rubber seal onto the lid. So I go to the paper clip, I go to Mate. I'm going to click that this circle here, the inside circle, matches any of these circles here, doesn't matter which one you pick. So that lines it up. And then click the green tick. Then I'm going to say that this surface here matches to that surface there. And now the rubber seal is in place. Now I'm going to put this lid in the mug. So I'm going to click this circle again, any of these circles I like. Then click any of the circles I like here. I'm going to click the inside one. So now it's in place. But as you can see, the lid is now too small for the actual mug. So we have to do a little bit of editing now on the chamber of the mug to get it to the right size. Okay, and that's easy to do. The problem is the 95 degrees. The 95 degrees is the wrong angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the outside part for the moment and work on the paper inside first. So it's going to right click anywhere I like on the outside. I'm going to click this button here called suppress. That'll now hide the outside and just leave me with the inside, which is the paper and stainless steel inside. I'm now going to right click anywhere I like on that part, and I'm going to go to open part. Okay, sorry, not open part, apologies, edit part. And blue writing appears here on the left. I click the little arrow, click the little arrow beside revolve, click sketch, click edit sketch. Now it's important to note now, students ask me this sometimes, do I have to change all these parts again afterwards? As I'm changing here, they're automatically updating in the part files. So you won't need to change anything at all. So I'm just going to click that 95 degrees there. Right click it, would be better, and click the word delete. Now I'm going to go up to the top here. I need it to match up with this here. So I'm just going to click that, and I'm going to drag it just a little bit. Now I'll give you an exact angle now once I get this in place. So the exact angle that you need to change it to then, instead of dragging it like what I did, is if you click this line, click that line there, it has to be 93 degrees, okay? 93.42 in fact, okay? So I'm going to leave it at 93.42, 93.42, and I click the green tick. Then I click this button here above the X, and then I click this button here. Now the mug has gone to the right size. I'm going to go to the paper clip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this flat surface here, or this edge here, apologies, this little edge in here. So I might need to zoom back a bit. Just want to pick up the edge of the outside. Now sometimes what happens is SOLIDWORKS can pick up a load of edges, but I'm just picking up that edge there. And I'm going to then click this flat surface here anywhere I like. And that will bring the paper insert up onto the mug like so. I then click the green tick. Now I have to adjust the part that I suppressed. So I'm going to go up here. See where it's gone to a light grey? I'm going to right click that light grey writing and I'm going to click unsuppress. Let update. Now, so we can see that's too big, the chamber on the outside now. So I'm going to do the very same thing again. I'm going to right click that chamber. I'm going to click edit part. Blue writing, click the little arrow beside the blue writing. Click the little arrow here beside revolve 1. Right click sketch. Then click edit sketch. Hit the space bar. Click normal 2. Now again, the 95 degrees is what's incorrect. So I'm going to delete that 95 degrees. So the best way is to right click it and then click delete. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to be parallel to the other line. Or I can do 93.42 again. So I can go smart dimension. I want the angle between that blue line and zoom in, make sure you pick up this bottom line here to be 93.42. It'll update now, which is now the exact same angle. You see, it's all the way the exact same along there. So I click this button here and I exit the sketch. Then I click this. Oh, before I exit that, there's a fillet that has to go on here, which is the metal kind of a rim that's around the top of it. So I'm going to go to features. I'm going to go to fillet. I'm going to click this edge here. And that fillet is 8. And then I click the green tick. And I click it again. And then I exit the sketch up here. Now, okay, so that's the mug in place. The next thing to do now is to put the slider in. So I'm going to go insert components. Now my slider is not here, so I have to go to Browse. And that's, if anybody hasn't any part that's missing, you go to Browse like this. Mine's on the desktop, the slider. So I want Part 5 Travel Mug 3 slider for lid. Click Open. Here's the slider that has to be put into place. Now, so to do that, I'm just going to drag it out here where it's out to one side. It's easier to work with. So I'm going to go to Mate. So first I click anywhere in the light gray. So to make sure nothing's turned on blue, I go to Mate. I'm going to click this surface here. And then I'm going to click this top surface there. That will line them up into position like so. Then there is a light gray line here that's on in this sketch. Okay. Now, if it's not, there's another way of doing it. So I think I'll do it the other way, that I don't have to use that line in case it's not on your drawing. I'm going to click this little arrow up here in the top left-hand corner. And what I'm looking for is the lid. So that's the body. This is the insert. So this one here is the lid. So it's the third yellow box down, we'll say. And I'm going to pick up the lid's front plane. So I click front plane. I then scroll right down, and I'm going to the last part I brought in, the last yellow box. Click the little arrow beside it. I know it's quite complicated here, but click this little black arrow beside it. And I'm looking for its, let me see, right plane. And I want them to be 90 degrees to each other. And so I click the option perpendicular, and I click the green tick. Now what's left for me to do now is just to get this exactly in the middle. So I go back up. I have to scroll up here along on this. So this might scroll up like this. I'm going to pick up the, let me see now. So we're looking for the lid. Lid, yeah. And I want it to be the right plane this time. And then I scroll down. And I want it to be this part's right plane also. That will now put it into place. It'll now slide in like so. And I then click the green tick. I now catch this, and I'm able to drag it into position, onto the mug. Okay, and we're going to just leave it at slightly open for this one. So all I do is I click anywhere on this surface now. I click anywhere on this surface here. I then click the button lock, and I click the green tick. And I click it again. Now, so that is your mug put together. Okay, now this light sketch here can be annoying. So I'm just going to click the eyeball here, and then I'm going to click the button here, sketch, to turn off all sketches so you can't see them. So the next thing that has to be done now is we have to edit it to get it all the correct colors. So the first thing I'm going to do is the outside chamber. That should be see-through plastic. So I'm going to show you for a few parts. And once I show you for one or two parts, you should be able to do the rest yourself. So I'm going to right click anywhere like here. I'm going to go to open part, which is the first button. And after a moment, the part will open in front of you. Now, the first thing that has to happen is we have to make this look like plastic. So right click this surface here. Or sorry, apologies, you shouldn't right click for the first run. You go to material not specified, right click material not specified, go to edit material, and you will do this for every part, folks. Scroll down here until you get to plastics. Click the little arrow beside plastics and click ABS-PC. ABS-PC is see-through plastic. Once you have that done, click apply, then click close. Now the next thing that has to be done is that fillet on the top has to be made of a chrome. So I'm going to right click that fillet. I'm going to click the beach ball. I'm going to click the word face. So I'm going to click the word fillet. On the left hand side then, we're going to click the button beside appearances. I'm going to click the button beside metal. And I'm going to click chrome. And I'm going to click chrome plate. And then I click the green tick. Once you have that done, you can then make the underside a black kind of a felt. So I'm going to right click anywhere on this surface. I'm going to click the beach ball again. I'm going to click face. So make sure you click face for that option. I then go scroll down here and I'm looking for rubber. So I click the arrow beside rubber. I go to matte. I just click black. And then I click the green tick. Now, so that's that all made from the correct colors and the correct materials. I then click the save button. What will happen now is when you go into SolidWorks down here at the bottom of your screen and you go back into the assembly, it'll ask you, do you want these updates to happen? You click yes. Now, unfortunately, something has happened that I'm going to have to fix. I'm going to click close here. So something has gone wrong with one of the mates. I'm clicking the arrow here beside mate. And these two are now not needed. So I'm going to just click this. The first one, push delete on my keyboard, click the word yes. Click close. And then I'm going to also click this one, push delete on my keyboard, click the word yes. And that'll fix the problem. Now, so the next thing to do then is we have to work with the paper insert. So I'm going to right click there. I'm now going to click open part. Now I have the paper inserted. So this is made from, we're going to make this from Chrome. So I'm going to right click this. Oh, sorry, again, I made the same mistake. I'm going to right click material not specified, edit material. And I'm going to pick from steel. What I'm looking for here is, now there is, here we go, chrome stainless steel. Click chrome stainless steel, click apply, click closed. But the outside of this now is going to be this turquoise green. So I'm going to right click that. I'm going to click the beach ball. I'm going to click face. And then over here, I'm going to pick up this kind of a turquoisey green color. You can choose from any one of these, whichever one you feel is right. Click the green tick. And then finally, I need to make that little face in there the same. So I'm going to right click that, click the beach ball, click face. And I'm going to make sure I pick the same color over here. Click the green tick. And then the word coffee, I'm going to right click that, click the beach ball again. But this time I'm going to click cut so that the whole word will change into black writing. And it's going to pick black over here on the left hand side. Click the green tick. Now, so that's correct. So once that's done, you then again click the save button. And again, when you go to SolidWorks down here and you go into assembly 1 and you click the yes, it will have updated to have the correct material on the inside. And you're going to repeat that process. You're going to get the lid the turquoise color and the slider the turquoise color, and the O-ring, you can make that from your ABS PC, and that'll be a clear kind of a plastic. Or you can pick just ABS, the one above it, which is kind of a white plastic, which is what it more or less looks like. Okay, so at this point now, you're getting ready to do your drawing sheets. So what you have to do, like I showed in the other videos, is you come over here to Display Manager or Configuration Manager. You just click Default once. Then on your keyboard, do Control-C for copy. Then do Control-V, V for vertical, for paste. And it'll paste in one. Slowly double-click Copy of Default. That would allow you to change its name to Exploded View. Again, do Control-V for vertical. And slowly double-click Default. And we're going to call that Cutaway. In the next video, I'll show you why these are so important, but we have to do them at this point now. I'm going to double click quickly Exploded View to turn it on. I'm then going to go to Assembly, and I'm going to come across here to Exploded View. Now, I'm going to pull this object apart. So I'm going to click the lid. I'm going to drag it. You can choose whichever way you want to explode it. There's no set rules. So it's going to drag this over to the left. Once I'm happy where that is, I click the word done. Now I'm going to click the slider. I'm going to pull it up. Once I'm happy where that is, I click the word done. Then I'm going to catch the O-ring on the inside. And again, I'm going to pull that out to the left here. When I'm happy where that is, I click the word done. And then finally, the paper insert, I'm going to drag that down. And when I'm happy with that, I click the word done. So you've now kind of pulled the object apart into its 5 key parts. And once you have that all done, then you just click the green tick here on the left-hand side. Now double-click Cutaway quickly. And what we're going to do now is we're going to cut the object in such a way that you can see the inside. So I go back here to the Feature Manager. I'm going to scroll up here to the top. I'm going to go to Front Plane. I'm going to go to Sketch. I'm going to hit the space bar. I'm going to click normal 2. And we're going to draw any shape we like just to cut into this object. So I'm going to do an ellipse. So drawing a random ellipse out here to one side, that's going to cut into this object that we can see the inside of the mug. Then I go to the drop down arrow up here. I click commands. And in the commands, I type in cut. And we're going to pick this one cut here, not the scissors, the one that has the square box beside it. I then click the flip button over here, change from blind to true all, and I click the green tick. Now what you have is a hole cut in that you can see inside into the mug. And that would be great for your drawing sheets later on. You can also see the different layers. Now, again, there's no set size on the ellipse. There's no set size in how you cut it. That's up to you. Now, I then go back to my go back to my configuration manager, and I double click default, and everything will be back to normal. Once that's all done, click the save button, click save all, and then you're done. Email that part somewhere safe so that you have it for your next time. Okay, thanks very much there. That's the end of the video.